people, welcome to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? Okay, I don't know why I'm being dramatic, by the way. How are you doing? How is it going? Are you still taking care of yourself? Are you still continuing with your healing journey? Are you still working on yourself? Because today's video is, if you fall off the bandwagon, what do? You've started your healing journey, you've started therapy, you've started coaching with me, you started reading books, you started podcasts, you're working on yourself, and then one day you just fall off. You just go back to your old habits, or you just want to stay in bed and do nothing, or you just don't want to continue. What happens? How do you get back on track, and why is that happening? Welcome and stay tuned. That is what we're talking about today. My name is Muthoni Mukiri. I am a mindset coach. I just work with women to help them in terms of their mental wellness, to basically become the best version of themselves. So you've started your healing journey. Maybe you're recovering from a breakup, or you're trying to heal your inner child, or you're trying to get into a better relationship, whatever it is you're working on. And then one day you just don't want to continue. You don't want to continue with the self-love practices. You just don't want to continue with anything. You drop off my coaching package. You don't go for therapy anymore. You just want to sit in the sadness. You just want to play a sad song and keep repeating the saddest part so you can keep crying when it's playing. I've been there before. Or you just don't want to leave the bed. You just want to sit in bed crying without taking a shower and feeling bad about yourself. You don't even want to remove the curtains. You just want to stay in the dark even during the day and eat popcorns the whole day and unhealthy foods and order from Uber Eats. And I've been there before and I know what it's like. So first things first, and I know this will surprise you, that is part of healing. Yes, those days when you feel like, oh my God, you just want to go back to your old habits, or you're trying to recover from a toxic relationship. We are doing coaching with you. You've already done the no contact thing. And then all of a sudden at night, you decide to call your ex and tell him how much you love him and how much you want them back. And then in the morning, you go like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? And then you start calling me, panicking and all that. And one thing I usually remind people is, you are a human being. It's totally okay. And people who fall off the bandwagon are humans too. And they go through the human experience, and it's totally okay. So what did we say about if you make a mistake, you make a bad choice? The point is not to punish yourself. The point is to take the lesson and move on. To know, by the way, I'm not calling this ex again. I'm blocking him for good, and I will never call him again, or call him again, or whatever it is. And you take that lesson and you let it guide you. So if you're working on you've started coming for coaching. I have ladies who do that. You pay a whole package, you take everything and you pay in full, 100%. And then we go on, and then we're doing the coaching, and you're getting better. And then all of a sudden you stop coming for sessions. Yeah, you don't. And then after 2 months, you come back, Muthoni, I'm so sorry. And you're apologizing. And then I'm like, don't apologize. It's okay. I get it. It's actually part of healing. You know why it's part of healing? Some of the things we try to recover from, maybe toxicity in relationships, you're trying to heal your inner child, you're trying to start believing in yourself more, you're trying to raise your self-worth. Some of these things are things we have been doing all our lives. As a child, you constantly had low self-worth, you didn't have confidence, or you've been in toxic relationships for a long time. That thing, you will not recover it in a month. You will not relearn new beliefs and new behaviors in 2 weeks, or in that hour we're doing the coaching. No. It's gonna also take you time. The same way it took you that long to hate yourself, to stop believing in yourself, and for that whole time you had low self-esteem. It's gonna take you a lot time also to build good self-esteem. It's gonna take you a lot of time also to start getting into healthier relationships, to start loving yourself. So it's not like you're getting from 0 to 100. Some days you will feel really good about yourself. You will enjoy your healing journey. You will enjoy coming for sessions and all that. Some days you just want to be toxic. Some days you just want to do nothing. You don't want to continue with watching the podcast. You don't want to read books anymore. You just want to sit in your sadness and just, sit in your self-hating cocoon thing. I get it. I have been there before. And now that I'm trained as a coach, I get it even more. So what do? when you find yourself falling off, when you find yourself, you had decided you're not dating married men anymore, then you find yourself starting with another one. Yeah, you would decide, I'm not doing this anymore, and then you find yourself doing the same thing. Number one, it's okay. The people who do those things are human beings like you. You are not perfect. You are not holy. I keep saying, reminding you, you're not holy to keep punishing yourself for making mistakes. You will make more mistakes also in the future. So, remember to be kind to yourself. Remember to be, to show yourself grace and to be your own best friend. So it's okay. Remind yourself, healing is not 0 to 100. It's not linear. Healing is like this. Yeah, it's one day you're 0 to 100, you're feeling like the best, like you're on top of the world. The next day you're at 0. The other day you're at 20%. The other time you're at 40. It's part of healing. It's okay. It's gonna take you a long time, not like a long time, a while. Let me just use the right words. It's gonna take you time before you get there, because also the things you're recovering from didn't happen in one day. You learned them over time. So you have to unlearn and relearn new things. Yeah. So what do? When you remember, by the I'm falling off, you just snap out of it and you go back to the practices. If it's self-love, you go back to the affirmations, you go back to having time for yourself, you go back to reading books, you go back to watching Muthoni's YouTube channel, you go back to even watching people who are helping you in your healing journey and following those people. When you realize, you just get back on track. So the problem is not you falling off. The problem is you falling off, and when you realize you've fallen off, you give up. You realize, by the way, it's not even working, I'm not even going to continue. Now that is usually the problem. But when you fall off and then you realize, by the way, I'm not doing things I used to do anymore. I'm back to drinking badly again. I'm back to insulting my husband again. I'm back to whatever it is you're recovering from. When you realize you're back to it and you snap out of it, remind yourself, I'm better than this. I'm not doing this anymore, by the way. And then you continue with your journey, with your wellness journey, with your personal development. So when you realize you're falling off, you continue. You don't start self-loathing and now giving up. You know how we say, it's not even working, I won't even try. Now that will become a problem, because you will realize you waste a lot more time. And then by the time it gets worse and you're going back again to start healing again, now it's another new process. And for me, if you fall off coaching for 3 months, you have to pay a whole package again when you come back. Yeah. So, good people, it's okay. If you start your self-love journey, if you start your healing journey, and you fall off, and when you're not doing the same things you used to do to help with your healing anymore, it's okay. Just snap out of it and continue with the practices. Don't feel so bad you give up on yourself. We say we don't give up on ourselves, and as much as